Hello everyone, it's Professor GonGoon here, bringing you Class 2 of Leagueology. Since I received numerous requests for it today, we're going to take a look at laning. I figured the best way to tackle this would be to make a 2-video series. The first one, which is this one, will be on the basics, things you should be aware of whenever you're laning. And the next video, which will be out in about 1 or 3 days after this, will be an in-depth guide on trading. I know most of you here today are expecting some really detailed information like in my previous lesson, but as I mentioned before, this lesson is catered towards beginners. I can't move on to advanced topics without my students not knowing the fundamentals. So my next couple videos will be breaking down the basics, and then after that we can move on to more detailed topics. Hopefully you'll understand. Alright, that's enough about that. Back on topic. I'll be playing a few clips and I'll point out the things you should take notice of. Alright, so what you should be noticing now is that Lysandra is pushed up right on my tower. And that's because while I was only focused on last hitting, she was constantly auto-attacking the creeps and she was using spells on them. She was doing everything in her power to push the wave as fast as possible. And while this may give you an advantage in some matchups, it does leave you very vulnerable, and this is where Sejuani comes in. Alright, let's roll the clip. So Sejuani comes in, we get a good bit of damage off on Lysandra, but unfortunately she does get away. Though what you should be noticing here is that Lee Sin is also top. So 3 minutes into the game, both junglers came top. Both junglers were looking for their first gank 3 minutes into the game. So as a laner, from 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the game, you should be playing passively until you get further vision on their jungler. Reading the jungler is a very important skill in League of Legends. And if you back off when the jungler comes, if you are expecting the gank, then yes, it does put you behind a little bit. You might miss a creep or two, but it's going to put the jungler behind even more. Okay, and I'll show you another clip just to show you how important reading the jungler is. So Nocturne is sitting in the bush and I'm playing really far up because we're expecting Elise to come top. And she does. So Nocturne catches her out, IQ her, and ignite her for the finish. Free kill because we knew exactly what the jungler would do and we just countered it. And I think with that, we've discussed jungle pressure enough. So we can move on to the next topic now, which is warding. I know you're probably tired of it, but I'm probably going to mention warding at least once in every video that I make because it's so important. Vision wins games. Always buy wards, and not just green wards. Buy pink ones too, because denying the enemy vision is just as important as giving you vision. Hell, if they make red wards, get those too. So my buddy Nocturne is coming top. Darius is playing really aggressively, and he's in a very vulnerable position. This is an easy 2v1, or so we thought. Elise comes in for the counter gank. Now, if I had warded the lane bush or the tri bush, we would have known Elise was there, and I would have just told Nocturne to back off, because there's no way we can 2v2. And also, if you take a look at my ward now, you'll see that Zed's on it. Now, if Gragas had warded mid, we would have known Zed was coming as well, and we would have backed off. But because we don't have much vision, the enemy team abuses that, and we get caught in a very bad position. What we thought was an easy 2v1 suddenly becomes a 2v3. And we just get gangbang, pounded. Whatever word you want to use to describe this beating. If you look here, you'll see that I'm zoning Riven out really hard. And what I mean by zoning is, she can't even approach the creep wave. If she does, she'll just die, or she can't even get experience. So what you want to do in this situation as Riven, you want to go farm your jungle, you want to roam and maybe gank another lane, but at level 3, that's not really a possibility. Or you can just go back and heal up, and wait for the enemy to push the creep wave towards you, so you can farm safely on the tower and catch back up. For the last clip of this video, we'll take a look at pushing. Pushing is whenever you build up a lot of minions and you push to the enemy tower. Now once you get there, there's multiple actions that you can take, but for this video we'll only discuss one, the primary goal, which is damaging the enemy tower. Now if you look at this video, I don't take the tower, but I do get a lot of damage off on it. So hopefully on my next wave I should be able to take the tower, even if Riven is there. Well, it's time to wrap this video up. But before I do so, here are a few things to remember. Beware of early aggression, especially when you don't know where the enemy jungler is. Keep in mind the time of the first gank, which is usually between 2 minutes and 50 seconds to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Once again, buy wards. Wards win games. Be sure to remember that. Instead of constantly auto-attacking, wait for the minions to get low and then kill them. Learn and practice the art of controlling your minions. This allows you to increase your lead in lane, or if you're behind, it allows you to catch back up quicker. I would like to end the video by reminding you to think while you play. Think about which items you should get and why. When you perform an action, consider the alternatives and decide if that was the best course of action. And thinking while you play is the best way to improve. And hopefully, you learned something from this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. GonGoon signing out. Peace.